Good evening to any Chase executive that I have sent a link to this video to, as well as to any Chase customers or any individuals who are curious about being customers of JP Morgan Chase Bank. Now, I've been a customer of, well, I can't remember what they were called before, but I've been a customer of this bank at least since 1997, I believe, 98. So it's been about 20 years, and maybe even longer if Chase, or the bank it was before it became Chase, purchased American Savings and Loan, because then that means I've been a member for probably I guess it would be about 40 years. And I think it's about time for me to move on. Why is it time for me to move on? Well, customer service. It all comes down to customer service. And you took $12 from me in a service fee too, but I'll get to that in a minute. I'm talking about in the Washington area. Let's see, you've got a branch here located at 6916 19th Street West, University Place, Washington 98466. I would suggest to any and all individuals never go into that branch, and based on what happened afterwards, never put your money in a Chase Bank, period. Because if an issue arises, you might as well go ahead and tell your grandmother, your great grandmother. Hell, go tell your priest in the confessional, because you're going to get the same response from that person. Actually, you'll probably get more sympathy and compassion from that person than you would from Chase. Why do I say that? Well, let me tell you what happened. The Chase ATM, well, actually, it didn't suck up my checks. Something was wrong with the ATM. So when I put my checks in, I kept sticking it in and waiting for it to, actually the roller, to pull the check in, and it didn't. And the little door closed, my checks are in there. And I'm like, what the hell? I use profanity, but maybe I'll say that till later, because, executives will stop looking like that's the first sign of profane language, as that would be an indicator that I am not that intelligent of an individual. What is that old saying? Profanity is the first refuge of the ignorant. Other people say violence, but we'll just say profanity and expletives. Anyway, I couldn't get my checks. I go into the bank. I'm like, okay, hold on. These are my paychecks. I have bills to pay, and they're stuck in the machine. I need to get something going to get my deposit in there right now. Woman comes out and tells me, oh, well, Mr. Jones, here's this card, because you seem to be in a hurry, and then you could call them and you could file a claim. Okay, how long does that take? I don't know. Well, then you need to call them and you need to find out, because I need my money. I have bills to pay. Well, we're all helping customers here, so once we get finished helping the customers and we can help you out, here's where it gets tricky. Because then I told her, I don't give a damn about the customers. I need my money and I need it now. Well, we've got customers here, and as soon as we finish helping customers, then, I can go ahead and I can call for you. At which point, I asked, and who you might ask, did I ask? Well, let me tell you who I asked. I asked Shauna Malcolm, branch manager, vice president, NMLS ID 1259163. Whatever the hell that other shit is, I don't know. Shit is not a profane word. It's just another word for feces or excrement. Anyway, shit. At that point, I asked that bitch if she was deaf. Yes, Shauna, I called you a bitch because you are one. If Wonder Woman was formed by Queen Hippolyta, taking clay and giving it form, and Zeus touching that clay and giving that clay life, you, Shauna, well, let me see if I got that right. Yes, you, Shauna Malcolm, are a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit that was formed and then given life by the JP Morgan Chase. Wonder shit. Anyway, I digress, and let me get back on point. I asked that piece of shit if she was deaf. Why? I heard you the first time. You want to help the customers, and then you'll help me. But, like Jason Bourne, I had already surveyed the bank. One older white gentleman sitting in a chair in that little waiting area. One banker sitting in the back, helping what appeared to be a couple. Two tellers and you back there behind the glass. One of the tellers was on the drive-through window. The other teller didn't have anyone in front of him. And then you, not doing a damn thing. But you want to tell me you're all helping customers and you can't help me. Now, maybe it's because you're a white piece of shit. You know, shit that gets desiccated. And I'm a black human being. Or African American. Or just a black American, probably, because I didn't come from Africa. Maybe my color had something to do with it. I don't know. But you weren't doing a fucking thing. There's your profanity and your expletive. She was not doing a fucking thing and wants to tell me that they all have customers. So, she took offense when I asked her if she was deaf, saying, you don't have to talk to me like that. Or something of that nature. She was offended. My question to you is this, Chase executives. Why should she be offended? My question was a legitimate one. She made a comment about helping customers. I responded to that comment, letting her know that I did not care. Call the people right now. Instead of addressing the comment that I just made, Shauna Malcolm repeated herself, as if she did not hear my comment. Thus my inquiry. Are you deaf? There's nothing offensive about that on the surface whatsoever. For the simple fact that apparently you didn't hear me. And considering I was talking at an elevated level, that's kind of hard to believe. I don't know you, bitch. Thus the question, are you deaf? Anyway, get back on point. So, I call claims, that got taken care of. But then I made a complaint against her. That complaint was taken by Autumn. That's at the Chase 800 number. Nah, hell, I'm not going to give it to you because I actually don't want you to call Chase. Do not call Chase. Don't do business with Chase. JP Morgan Chase. So, they took care of the claim. I filed a complaint and it was taken by Autumn. Autumn took the complaint and I just basically boiled it down to 2 bullet points. So I gave her an overview, I gave her 2 bullet points and told her this is the issue of my complaint. And she said, well, now they go to the complaint department and then they investigate it and then someone will be in touch with me like within 24 or 48 hours. And she had my email address. 1 week later, that's right, 1 week later, I haven't heard a word. I have not heard a word as it relates to my complaint. So I called back. I called the local branch and asked them for the area manager. I did not. The first woman left me on hold so long I had to hang up. Then I talked to Sonia. Sonia is a branch manager at some other bank up here in Washington. She told me that she could not give me the telephone number to the area manager because my complaint would need to go through the complaint department. To which I responded, yeah, I already did that, and you ignored it. Oh, well then I will send it to the escalations team. No, because I followed your rules. I did what I was supposed to do, and you didn't do shit. But I did not say it to her that way. I told her they did nothing. So I said, I do not want to go to escalations. I want to talk to the area manager. Because if they had handled their business, then this should have already been investigated, or an investigation should have already been initiated, and it wasn't. Nothing had taken place. She said, I can't give you the telephone number for the area manager. Even though you went through our complaint process and we didn't do anything for you, you cannot talk to this person. And I asked why. And she did not give me a reason. Yes, Sonia, you did not give me a reason. Don't lie. I may or may not have recorded it, as in the state of Washington, it is illegal to record somebody without their knowledge. Both parties have to give consent. But don't you lie, Sonia. Anyway, she said, well, I will call her, and then if she says to give you the number, then I'll give you the number. No, she said she will have the woman call me, and I told her no. I said, get me her number, and if you're not going to give me her number, just tell me no. Oh, well, I'll call her, and I'll see if she'll let me give you her number. Yeah, whatever, do what you need to do, but if you call me back, I'm not answering the phone. Then I got a call back from the area manager, Rebecca, and I need to begin to be more concise. Rebecca called me back. Maybe that day. I actually don't remember. Yes, she did. And then called me back the Monday. I think it was July 3rd, or she called me July 5th. Either way. Here's my office number. Call me so we can arrange a time to have a conversation about what went on. Let me tell you something, Rebecca. You are a piece of shit, too. Now, I know everybody might be thinking, oh, why the hell is he calling her a piece of shit? She did call him back. Well, I'm not going to give you Rebecca's telephone number, but what I will do is play her message. And this is what the fuck you get. Not because you left me a message. It would be unprofessional for me to just play your message back because you left it for me. I'm playing your message back because you asked me to do this. Here, listen to the message.
It's Rebecca calling from Chase Bank, trying to reach you. I know I left a message for you. I know it's a holiday, so just wanted to call and reach out to you as you reached out to a couple of branches with some concerns. My phone number at the office is 25, or I will try to call you again this afternoon so we can set up a time that would be good for both of us. Hope you have a good day, and I'll talk to you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, so you heard the message. I didn't put her number out there. And then she said, call, arrange a time. So I called her number. And you want to know what I heard when I called her number? I heard this right here.
You have reached J.P. Morgan Chase. The person you are trying to reach is unavailable and requests that you please send an email or call again later. Thank you. You have reached J.P. Morgan Chase. The person you are trying to reach is unavailable and requests that you please send an email or call again later. Thank you.
There you go. That's why I call Rebecca a bitch. And that's why I'm saying fuck you, J.P. Morgan Chase Bank. You want to tell me to call you to arrange a time for us to discuss what happened at your branch. And then there's no way for me to leave a message. And then you're saying send an email in your message. Did you hear her leave me her email address? No, you didn't. Because she didn't. Just as with the complaint to their complaint department. Nothing. And now Rebecca will sit back and fill out her little paperwork and tell people, well, I called Mr. Jones and he never called me back. I gave him a number and he didn't call me. Well, bitch, why don't you set up a fucking voicemail, or why didn't you leave your goddamn email address? Now you can ask Manny, the manager at my home branch. I generally don't communicate with people like this. That's not my MO. But see, you kept fucking with me, J.P. Morgan Chase. You did. Your complaint department, inept. Your area manager, inept. Sonia, can't necessarily call her inept, but the policies that she informed me of are just ridiculous. It shows that you want a separation between the customer and anyone who could do something for a customer. When you screwed me over a few years ago, when I had to change my checking account number because somebody stole one of my checks, I talked to the area manager directly. There was no complaint department, and he apologized for the bank screwing me over and then sent me a $50 prepaid Visa card. Thank you very much. That was service. This is bullshit. So I'm going to take my money, and it's not much, it's just a checking account, because I have my savings account with someone else. And I'm going to open a savings account with that someone else. And I hope you will too. If you value they've got your money. Just look at it like this in conclusion. J.P. Morgan Chase has your money. They can do what they want with your money so long as it's available for you when you come to call for your money. So you would think that an agency that has your money should be responsive to your concerns. JP Morgan Chase is not. They are separating themselves so that you can only deal with, well, I hate to call you this, but the bottom feeders. So that you are calling some teenager in a call center who is allegedly going to initiate some investigation, and then that doesn't happen, and then you have no recourse, as you heard in the message and as you heard in her the recording for her non-existent voicemail. Take your money elsewhere. I know I will. And hey, you have names, and you have my name. If you want to contact me, feel free. But I would suggest you do that shit through email, JP Morgan Chase. Because I truly do not wish to talk to you because you decided to fuck with me. And I don't appreciate that.